this is a part of that journey for us and for them to be able to hear wow, great job this year. This coffee is incredible, and the labor, the time that they invest in this product, I think is a gift.
Bueno, mi nombre es Carlos Amaya, soy la cuarta generación de los productores de Finca La Joya. Para mí es un enorme placer formar parte del café. Es un orgullo y un privilegio que siempre lo voy a llevar. Entonces, Finca La Joya nace de un padre caficultor que con mucho esfuerzo se dedicó a sembrar plantas hace más de 70 años. Entonces, desde ahí yo he tratado de ir cambiando las cosas, tratando de cambiar las cosas para mejorar nuestra empresa, para mejorar nuestra marca, para mejorar el nombre del país. Con Finca La Joya venimos procesando cafés especiales hace más de 20 años. Es muy bonito ver los resultados, es muy bonito que aprecien nuestros cafés, nuestros trabajos, y la caficultura hondureña no ha sido muy valorada en estos últimos años, porque lamentablemente en el exterior no se nos conoce como un país productor de calidad. Entonces ese es mi enfoque. Mi enfoque es que nuestro país, que Honduras, crezca su imagen ante el mundo. Abrirle los ojos al mundo para mí es muy importante con nuestros cafés. Primero voy a tratar de mejorarme a mí mismo como productor para después mejorar la imagen de mi país.
Here in this little country of Honduras where I grew up, coffee affects 100,000 plus families directly. That's a ninth of the population. It's over 10%. It's hugely important for every one of those people that, depend on it for their livelihoods, for their ability to provide for their families, for their lands. Coffee here in particular, can be extremely extractive to the environment, to the communities, to the people that grow it, or it can be the complete opposite. It can be empowering and it can be regenerative.
I was born and raised in Honduras, and when I finished undergrad here in engineering, I moved to upstate New York for grad school. After that, I found a job in Cincinnati, Ohio. But I felt that my connections to the country were always really strong. When I was living in Honduras, I actually grew in the coffee industry. So my dad, to this day, he still owns a coffee plantation near Lake Yehoa. And on the weekends, he would take me, to pick coffee with him and wash coffee and mill coffee. So it kind of was, even though I was really young, I was aware of the challenges and the difficulties with the crop. A lot of youths are fleeing the country because there's lack of opportunities, lack of jobs in the country, and that is generating a lot of immigration. And that's something that it's a big challenge because the farmers don't have enough pickers to be able to pick the crops. And we're losing 20, 30%, up to 40% in the crops because you don't have anyone to pick them. You don't have anyone to collect or process the beans, right?
Right now we're going through a really bad labor crisis, and basically around the 15% of the population has left the country to go to the US. And the statistics said that when we were like 8 million people, like a few years ago, 1 million was working in coffee directly during the harvest. So it's quite a massive amount. Now that has dropped a lot, and we're probably gonna be producing half of what we produced 6-7 years ago because there's no labor. And you see it, like every day, like all the farmers. I mean, we all are, like suffering the needs, because like it's not like Brazil or other countries that you can mechanize it. Here, like the hills are very steep. It's really hard to harvest, so it has to be manual. And the way the harvest is here, it's not like you're gonna have like 2-3 flowerings and everything is gonna mature at once like other countries. Here you have different flowerings spread all across the harvest, and you're gonna have several pickings through a long period of time. So we start picking in January, we finish in June, July at the higher elevation sections. So that makes harvesting be very, very difficult. Like people here that are migrating, great. Like they're definitely gonna be better over there, because Honduras hasn't been like a great place to live recently. But there's a problem that when they go and they work there, they send money, and they send enough so their relatives and families here don't need to work. So they're like, well, why am I gonna go and work, like under this rain and whatever, when I can have my partner or my cousin or my son or my daughter that can send like money back, and I can just do nothing here and just relax. So it's affecting the economy in that way. But I mean, if you see on the other side, like this, the main source of income of this country is all that money coming from the US. That's it.
I am a coffee farmer of 7th of July and Santa Rosa de Copan, Honduras. My husband and I decided to have some coffee plants, but I didn't realize what we are going to do. And all this time, I learned a lot about it, about how plants has to growing up, how we have to pick the cherries to have a very sustainable economic for our family. But well, I love coffee. I really love it. Drink a lot of amazing coffee that Honduras have, and all the world, of course. But I really love coffee. We have to share with many people, all the people who help us of picking the cherries. And that moment when we are talking and picking together is really a very amazing moment. You saw all the soul of the people, and it's for us very like a difficult moment when we want to give everything to them, but when we are going to sell the coffee, maybe we can have enough money to give them back all the effort they made like us.
Para mí el café es como una salvación para estas comunidades, porque es la manera en la que hemos venido sobreviviendo de cierta manera. Entonces, para nosotros es un sustento. Para mí, el café es una manera de vivir, es una forma de vivir, porque no solo genera dinero, sino que genera mucha pasión, genera momentos como este, genera satisfacción de las cosas que hacemos. Entonces, para mí el café y para mi familia ha sido la manera de la manera de donde hemos venido superándonos cada día, cada año y cada cosecha. Entonces, para la comunidad también veo lo mismo. Para la comunidad del café es el sustento, ya que ellos no es todo el año que tienen la proyección de poder tener un trabajo estable, sino que es un trabajo temporal. El café para mí, para mi familia, siempre va a ser la manera de cómo podemos cambiar de mentalidad, cómo podemos cambiar la comunidad y cómo podemos cambiar la manera de que las personas extranjeras nos vean y vean a las comunidades, vean el café ya como algo más sustentable, algo con el café tiene de cierta manera una responsabilidad social de seguir apoyando a la comunidad. Parcialmente se dan cuenta del esfuerzo que hace el productor por mejorar su calidad. Pero un productor de cafés especiales tiene una vida muy diferente a un productor de cafés convencionales. Todos los días para mejorar y tener un mejor café. Entonces me gustaría que de cierta manera cada vez que van a pedir un pour over valoren y tengan el tiempo y la paciencia de entender el café para que ellos se conecten con nosotros.
It's not easy, it's hard. What makes the difference is the economics. Yes, of course, that's. Even if we love it, you know, like, and we think about it as a passionate job, you know, like, bills need to be paid and there has to be, you know, like the economic balance on it. So that's kind of like an important part of why people are staying in Specialty, because of the all the sustainability of it, and the other part is the recognition and the commitment of the relationships. So they're like feel proud and they feel connected and committed because they know they have a buyer that's been coming here for 10, 12 years to buy their coffees, and they have to keep that supply stable.
We're origin promoters, and we focus on working directly with farmers here in Honduras and connecting them with roasters in the States and in Europe that care about those farmers and the coffee that they produce. And so really we focus on facilitating that, facilitating farmers' abilities to meet their clients, to meet the people that want what they have in a way that preserves the quality, that's in integrity with them, and that gives them an ability to receive fair compensation for their work, as well as ability to invest in their environment and their surroundings and their communities. It's harvest season. This is when it happens, and we believe that to be able to deliver on that promise of, integrity from the farm all the way to the person roasting the coffee, that we have to be here, working together to produce something that's special, unique, ephemeral, that really commands a little bit more value and recognition of that effort and love that got put into it.
Specifically as to why coffee from Honduras, great coffees all over the world. There's great coffees in Ethiopia, great coffees in Colombia. But yeah, for us, it has additional advantages beyond direct trade and fair trade. So traditionally, direct trade is almost seen as almost like a transaction, right? A monetary transaction where I trade directly with someone, with a party, in this case, the farmer. But it ends short from a bond and a relationship in a community, right? And truly understanding the farmer, truly understanding the challenges, collaborating together, giving sense of security of business, right? Because many times the farmers see the transaction as a one-time deal, but they wonder, well, but are we gonna be working together next year? Can I invest in my farm, right? Do I have some sense of security so that next year, so I can prepare for next year's business and keep growing? And I think that goes beyond direct trade. So we almost call this like a direct trade plus, where we establish that direct trade relationship with the farmers, and then we really focus on the relationship aspect. It truly allows you to understand the beans and understand the regions and understand the terroir, right, behind it, and says, okay, we have XYZ microclimate, or we have the influence of the Pacific Ocean, or we have the influence of the Atlantic or Caribbean Ocean. How do all they play together to give you a cup out of the region of Marcala, or give you a cup out of the region of Copan, to be able to understand each one of the beans in a way that goes beyond the cup, right? It truly understands that granular detail about the beans.
So we've been roasting for about 7 years now. We're located just outside of the Minneapolis-St. Paul metro area in Hudson, Wisconsin.
Why we're in coffee, why we ended up roasting, is because of the people. You come to a totally different culture and you create amazing relationships, friendships. It's not just a drink. These farmers work for a year to get that one paycheck. If they have a relationship with a roaster, we tell them, hey, like, we really like your coffee. We're gonna keep coming back to get to know you, to see what you're doing, to learn from you, and to buy your coffee. Part of it's that assurance for them. And then I think part of it is we can do a better job as a roaster when we understand what they're going through and what they're trying to create.
Seeing the producers' hard work that they're putting into their farms and their processing and the care that they have for the land is what got us into coffee in the first place. And it continues to be very impactful for us today. Essentially, I want to bring honor to their hard work by roasting to the best of my ability, because they're putting so much love and care into this, and I want to make their hard work shine.
My obligation as a roaster is to extract the hard work that the farmers are putting into their beans. That's my obligation. I can't add flavor to the beans. The farmers spend a lot of time and effort trying to make the beans the best way possible from notes point of view, acidity point of view.
And maybe that's what specialty coffee is everybody's taking the time to really make sure that that quality and that product is a true expression of their craft rather than a commodity. And I think coffee is a beautiful medium for that, because you have so many different craftsmen that work together before you finally get the product. And you have so many points in the chain that everybody has to execute just right to get that cup of specialty coffee.
And I feel like that, translates locally too, because then we're able to share these experiences with all of our customers that come into our shop.
Es muy valioso para nosotros la relación que hay entre tostador y productor, porque ahora vemos que de verdad ustedes sí les toman mucha importancia a comprender al productor, a comprender cómo se procesa y cómo se produce. Y la comunidad ya está viendo como el impacto que está generando con el Direct Trade, porque jamás ellos habían tenido la oportunidad de tener becas o de conocerlos a ustedes o convivir con ustedes. Y ellos están muy agradecidos por eso también, por el apoyo que ustedes le dan, por la importancia que ustedes le dan y por la importancia que en conjunto del productor con el tostador le damos a nuestras comunidades, porque para nosotros todos son valiosos, tanto ellos como cortadores, como ustedes como nuestros clientes.
I think one of the things that really inspire us to continue is when we find people like the roasters we had today here. They both are extremely excellent people, and I feel like they really care about us and what happened, not just for me, it's all the farm together. So I feel like I have a partner next to me. I just don't have just buyer. I feel like I really have a friend with me. Our coffee are in your place because of the roasters. So in the way you buy to them the coffee, they will continue buying us the coffee and with a real good price. And that way, well, as you can see today, we have a lot of things in that place. And I can pay all year to the people to help me.
Es una historia de mucho sacrificio, de mucho esfuerzo, de madrugadas, de desveladas para poder trabajar y poder tener lo que tenemos ahora. Entonces, para mí esto es muy importante y valoro todo el esfuerzo que hacen mis padres por el esfuerzo que hicieron cuando yo estaba pequeño y el de ahora también, porque eso hace que yo valore más las cosas. Entonces valoro el esfuerzo de ellos y valoro todo el trabajo honorable que hacen ellos. Y ahora por medio del café me ha llevado a muchos lugares que jamás imaginé llegar. Lo que más me inspira cada día es a seguir mejorando. Ver los resultados y que les guste el café. Compartir mi pasión con ustedes es muy valioso para mí también, porque ustedes conocen el origen, ustedes conocen cómo se procesa el café, cómo se hace para estar tomando un buen cafecito.
And you know, as human beings, at a minimum, what we expect as humans is to be able to be seen. How that relationship looks like with our farmers is a long-term relationship. With each one of my farmers, they know this is a long-term game. There is some risk with direct trade from a quality point of view, and you take those risks as a roaster. But what we tell our farmers is, hey, as long as we have transparency and honesty, we can work through any issue. And they see that as a long-term view, rather than just a transaction that is good this year based on the price that might not happen next year. No, my message to my farmers is, hey, we're here on the long haul. Regardless of the price of the market is, we'll find ways around it to still stay competitive and support them. But they have our commitment that we will continue working with them as long as the quality and the relationship stays true, right? We all have the same desires. We want to have a happy life. We want to be able to care for our family members. We want to be able to provide for our family members. And it's only fair that the way we interact, the way we do business, is in a way that considers transparency, honesty, and respect for human beings.
Look for, people that are doing a good job in coffee, that are offering coffee in a transparent way, that tell you where that coffee comes from, that tell you how much that farmer is being paid, that have a direct relationship with a person growing that coffee.
Muchas gracias por tratar de conocernos, por entendernos y por valorar todo nuestro esfuerzo.
Thank you very much for this moment that you are listening to me. And thank you for being here in our farm today.